Here's a horrible little thing. I was working on some coordination exercises with a student last week based around some Latin ostinatos, samba, Baiao and tumbao on the feet, just working with some paradiddles over the top, which in itself is a fairly tricky little exercise, but it's very useful. One of the steps to learning that and getting the coordination was to just mirror the bass drum ostinato on the hands playing 16th notes. So for example, if we started with this Baiao foot pattern, and in order to just get the hands used to picking out the accents, I suggested just playing 16th notes on the snare drum and picking out the accents on the toms. So that in itself was a nice little exercise, just in order to get that accent pattern in the head. And I said, well, what we're aiming for is to play just a paradiddle over the top of this. So the paradiddle, regular paradiddle hand pattern will be. And then do all the variations, etc. I'll do another video on that because it in itself is quite a nice thing. So I said, well, go away and work on that, expecting him to come back with which would have been great. That's a great coordination exercises. But he unfortunately misremembered that and spent a week combining those two exercises. So instead of playing the Baiao on 16th notes, he remembered having to play the Baiao through paradiddles, which is a completely different prospect. So what we've got then, in a paradiddle sticking, is so we're splitting both the doubles between the toms. Which in itself is quite tricky. And I'm putting it with the bass drum pattern as well. And I thought that sounds really nice. It took him ages working on that, and I'd have never have thought of that. Because it wasn't the direction I was going, but I thought that was really good. And I thought, well, after I got my head around that, I thought, well, that would work quite well with the other bass drum patterns we're looking at. So, just because I'm a sucker for punishment, I thought, let's try it with the samba bass drum patterns. Let's see if I can get this. It's fairly tricky, and I'll try moving the accents around. I went horribly at the end there, but it's a lovely little sound when you... Anyway, I'll try and expand on some of those earlier ones because I think they're quite good exercises.